Okay.
Destined to bring ruin to all you touch.
Hey, what's up, Troy boy? What's up, Maverick? Oh, I should have updated my Nightbot. That is not the correct build. Oh well. Noob streamer for the win. Boss. Or rather, the boss on this map. For real, though. It really is Mira's. But more consistent, can be done on any Ascendancy. Now, this little chain explosioning thing is, like, gonna get fixed. If it got fixed in this next patch, I wouldn't be surprised. But even without this little chain explosion thing, it was holding up fine on its own, so... With the bleed version I was doing. Okay, got you marked now. I got a bunch of Citadels. I've got, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marked now. I've got another one over here, so there's 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 9 citadels. I got 9 citadels in line of sight. And then when I clear to closer to this one, and then closer to these 3, obviously they can reveal more. So, yeah, we got a nice little citadel farm. I don't know if I'm gonna do many citadels on stream today, but what the citadels mean is I get to sell the tablets for currency, and then I can upgrade the gear. So, the goal I think with this character is gonna be +4 Arbiter. And I'm going to need to upgrade my gear for that. Okay, so we've gotten to this citadel. I don't see any new ones nearby, so I don't want to blindly clear toward it yet. I think the next play we do is clear towards this citadel. But let's do a steep first, because steep's fun with this build. Let's do a steep. What's the other steep? This one? This one's got a ritual. Any other pack size? Ooh. All right. Hey, no problem, janitor. Glad you like the build, man. Are you still one-shottable? Yeah, I think. Unless you are playing like a 20,000 energy shield build, there's always going to be something in the game that can one-shot you. Especially when you play on budgets like me. If you're talking about like random one-shots all the time in maps, no, I'd never die now, but am I one-shottable? Yeah, like Arbiter's going to one-shot me, I only have 3,000 life, you know? Yes. Whoa! That was a cool one. Where's the breach? Oh no, I left the rare up there at the top. Drat. We're gonna have to go back for it. Go! Go! Spread, baby! We lost it. And here's the thing. GGG, you're gonna try and nerf this, and you probably will, but don't... It doesn't matter, okay? Nerf it. Nerf it 10 times, nerf it 20 times. I will find a way. You can't stop me. I will find a way. Delete it from the game for all I care. I'll be back with something even better. Will it get nerfed? For sure. They've already nerfed a couple mechanics that work this way. Like, this is like the same, like, I think, and very specifically at the beginning of 0.2, there was another was it called prolificating technique that they nerfed specifically with armor explosion. So they've already nerfed something like this with armor explosion. And this is essentially the same thing that got nerfed with, whatever they're called, Heralds in patch 0.1. So, like, maybe this is what they were wanting, but I am guessing this is, not intended? I would not be surprised if it was nerfed this week in the next upcoming patch. I would not be surprised. Now, when I got this build and I made my video yesterday on this build, I wasn't even doing this crazy stuff. So this build, if this portion gets nerfed, you know, I'm still going to be playing the build. But this multi-screen clearing nonsense is, yeah. It's probably getting nerfed. Can you explain it? Wind Dancer hits hard. It poisons. The poison breaks armor. Armor breaks, armor explosion, and then it like chain procs, and then it just loops forever or something. I don't know. Something like that. I'm not smart enough to like understand how it's happening. It's the combination of Wind Dancer hitting hard enough to poison very hard. So you have to have a hard-hitting hit that can poison. So either a physical skill with a lot of damage with Envenom in it, or a spell skill when you're using Plague Fingers wraps. And then you do a Corrosion and Armor Explosion. And just these two alone. Like, I probably don't even need Splinter in this. But maybe. But, yeah. Can carry party? I don't know. I don't party play. This isn't even using Bursting Plague. Like, this is different from the Bursting Plague tech that I've been doing. Yeah, this is like... The Bursting... Also, I do believe the Bursting Plague tech will get nerfed. That's a separate thing, right? They'll both probably get nerfed, but this is separate from it. This is purely corrosion and armor explosion. It seems like a chain reaction of armor explosion poisoning, so that's unintended. I mean, we don't know what's unintended, right? GGG specifically like will say stuff like there's techniques out there that the community haven't found that make builds better. Now, based off how they've nerfed builds recently, I'm guessing that this is not intended, but we don't know. Anytime I make a video highlighting a mechanic like this, I'll be making it clear that I assume it's going to get nerfed. I do believe it's going to get nerfed. Yeah, so, I mean, to be fair, it's like, it's really overpowered. You should not be able to clear multiple screens away, right? Like, I'm sorry, if that, like, as fun as this is, right, like, it's our job to find these cool things and break the game, but, like, when, not if, when this gets nerfed, I ain't gonna be surprised or upset. Hey, what's up, Blaze? How you doing, bro? Hey, what's up, Dirk? But yeah, I also believe this isn't even the Bursting Plague tech I've been doing on my Thorns kit builds, but I also believe the Bursting Plague tech. If both of these techniques survive 0.3, I'll be shocked. But I bet you this technique is nerfed this week. This helmet, when I made this build 2 days ago, was 1 Exalt. Now it's 3 divine. So it's not like it's like 3 people running it, right? Well, I don't know. Maybe like it's just one price gouger. If you want Blaze, I'll give you permission to do that, but you're the only one that gets that permission. I mean, I'm on a budget right now. I'll push the limit of the build whenever I have good gear. Mjolnir got popular right now. Is Mjolnir builds using this helmet too? Using the same helmet? Oh, so it's a combination of things. That makes sense. That makes sense, yeah. Yeah, because I was like, Jesus, there's no way my build did this alone, right? Like, it went from, there's literally a cheap helmet. Yeah, it's a wave of things. But yeah, it was that one Poison Titan guy that I referenced in my first build of this, my first build video of this. He showcased this helmet, and I guess it just, like, enabled so many builds, right? Like, suddenly a lot of warrior builds can now stat stack. And, yeah. So I'm not surprised that more builds are using it.
Of course.
It is a fun build, Blaze. I am going to milk it for all its cool lookingness until GGG. Oh. I mean, come on. It doesn't get cooler looking than that. That was sick. Sometimes the way it chains when it goes boom, 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 it's like super cool looking. This is like a YouTube short farming build for sure. I'm gonna get like 50 shorts out of this one. I'm so bad with inventory management. Okay.
Yes. Indeed.
So, surprisingly, Wesley, I've played laggier builds. This build does not drop my frame rates. Like, it plays surprisingly smooth. Can this do Simulacrum Tier 4? I did Simulacrum Tier 2 yesterday with it. It's the first time I've cleared Tier 2 Simulacrum in this patch, and I did it with this build yesterday. I'm on a budget. My defenses are only 3,000, but if I optimize better with more life and stuff, Tier 4, maybe not, like, easy, but possible, sure. But I cleared Tier 2, so that's a start. And this is like a sloppy-ass setup, right? This is not clean, so, like, maybe if you can get a better setup with, like, Recoup or on a Gemling, Tier 4, very, very possible, Big Daddy. But yeah, I cleared Tier 2 last night. In a juice map with Deli... Yeah, I mean, if you had one of those maps with, like, the max, monster spawns. That's all giving me up. Yeah, I don't know about Tier 4 Simulacrum. It's really hard, so, like... that's really a survivability check in my mind, damage-wise. So the reason why Simulacrum sucks with a lot of my old Thorns builds is they required Bursting Plague, and Simulacrum doesn't leave corpses. But with this like chain explosion happens so easily in Delirium. So for damage, Delirium, it's easy. It's just, do you have enough survivability for +4? Let's do a Savannah. Ooh, big lag spike. How do you level with it? I don't know. This character's my Warbringer, KallTorak. I just, Ascendancy swapped. I didn't want to level another character. I've leveled like 8 characters this patch already. I just wanted to like play the build, so I didn't level it. I've heard from someone, I can't confirm this myself, but the build came online for them leveling wise at level 50. In terms of like damage and stuff, but that was with I have no idea how powerful this corrosion armor exposure tech is while leveling, so maybe it works while leveling, I don't know. But yeah, I started at level 92 or whatever I was on my Warbringer. So Gemling could be even better with this build? Yeah, probably. Maybe, I don't know. Like, again, the deepest tower is overpowered. It's like the most overpowered, it's the most overpowered helmet in the game, potentially. A lot of builds run it for, like, single target DPS, especially, like, pinnacle content. And I'm not saying you can't run Deepest Tower on a Titan, but a Gemling can run Deepest Tower very easily with this build because of how easily they can stat stack. I don't know. I don't have a budget to, like, try pushing either with. This, like, and I'm not a math guy. This is just me, like, guessing. But I know Gemling is a good alternative to this. Any build can probably do it to an extent, though. It's really just getting Wind Dancer max level and using this combination. Woo. That was nasty. Yep, on Gemling you lose more AoE potential. Gemling would only potentially be better mathematically on single target in my mind, and even then, like, I don't know, like, those are arguments I see all the time in my comments, like, are you sure you don't want to do this on a Gemling? Because if you have weapon swapping and all the things set up, it'll technically be better. It's like, yeah, but what about 98% of the other times when I'm not doing Deepest Tower Pinnacle content? It's like, and Titan can do those things. I don't know, I hate Gemling. You'll never catch me play Gemling again. I played it in 0.1. I don't know, it's just too boring for me. It's such a boring Ascendancy design-wise. I understand why it's in the game, and I understand why those people like playing Gemling, but it ain't for me. You got Deepest Tower with Astra Menace. Deepest Tower's OP, man. If you had it, like, for pinnacle content, like, it's gonna be insane, right? Woo-wee! Oh, it's still going. Oh my god, the lag. The lag! I can't see! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ice bombs. That was something. I mean, Gemling, I'm not saying, let me be clear. Gemling is not bad, and I get why people are playing it. It is very versatile. It's great in these stat stacker situations. It did get brutally nerfed from 0.1, but it's still pretty good. But just from a design perspective, hulking form is way more fun to me than Gemling. I would always play Titan over Gemling, just from a build design perspective. It's super easy. So, let me explain. I fucked up, right? I'm at level 40 Wind Dancer. This is only a level 19 Spirit Gem. This could be level 21 Corrupted. I only have a +2 Prism of Belief. This could be +3. And then you can also get +1 melee skills as an enchant on gloves. I think if you're including Gemling's +1 gem skill level, you could technically hit level 46 gem skill level with Wind Dancer. So, it's very flexible. Gemling is not, like, Gemling, like, only slightly makes it, like, Gemling is not required for the +1 gem skill level. It might make it slightly comfier, but, I'm at 40 and this is only level 19, so, you know. Gemling's +2 levels? I thought Gemling was +1 gem skill level. Did they change it to +2 now? But if Gemly can get +2, then it would be 47 possible, but it caps at 40, so. But I think this build will work just fine on, like, one, Warbringer would be great because you have the easier armor break. You wouldn't need to run Corrosion. You could probably be, like, maybe you would still run a Corrosion. I'm not sure. But you could do, like, a Freeze version, maybe, with, like, a Herald of Ice. And then Warbringer has all the shout stuff. So who knows what, like, it would look like on a Warbringer. And then Smith would just be extra durable, so. I wouldn't overthink the Ascendancies for this build. Again, I think you could do this on a caster, too, because of Plague Fingers, so. Where was I going? Oh, yeah, I wanted to clear up there. Oh, interesting. For different colors, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it's not needed. Like I said, I'm 46 on Titan. You could hit 46, 45 on a Titan, so. 47 on a Gemling, it's just like, maybe budget-wise, Gemling's cheaper now that this helmet is out of control. Because the reason it was cool on a Titan was because this made this budget-friendly, but now this is like 3 to 5 Divine, so. We'll try this build on your Kodo? Do it, dude. I bet it'll be fun. You might be able to do Recoup, too. You'll lose some AoE and some damage, but how's a single target on Pinnacle bosses? I've only done +2 Breach so far. I'm on a budget right now, so my plan is to just, like, I got like 8 Citadels in my line of sight right now. I'm not gonna probably do them all right now, but my plan is to just farm a bunch of Citadels. I'm probably gonna leave enough currency to do one Pinnacle or one Arbiter attempt, but I'm gonna sell the rest to get a bunch of currency, and then I'm gonna upgrade my gear. Right now, my gear is like really sloppy and on a budget. Like I got some like, look at this shitty ass belt. Look at this shitty ass gloves. Like these got horrible stats on them. My rings could be itemized better. My neck could be itemized better. My weapons actually could probably go down to a +6 melee skills. And then I get higher DPS weapons, and it might scale a little bit better. Because right now these are like around 400 to 500 DPS. If I could get two-handers with like 700 to 800 DPS, that would scale Wind Dancer's damage a lot higher. And then, of course, the higher DPS of the one-handers, or the two-handers, excuse me, the more DPS I'm doing on Pinnacle bosses. So, yeah, there's a lot of itemization that needs to go on. People keep saying, why don't you try and push it right now? I don't want to push it right now because it won't look... I mean, even if it can be pushed right now, I'd rather just, like, push it whenever it's optimized better. Is this currently my full-time gig? No. I work in game development. I own my own game dev studio. I was supposed to stream like 7 hours ago, but I just kept getting caught up with work, so. No, this is more of a hobby for me. At this point, it's a second job. I wouldn't call it a hobby anymore. But like, if it came down to like, if I had to like give up on it, like for whatever reason, right? Like someone told me I had to quit it, like choose between the two, like I would quit this. This is really my like. But yeah, not full-time gig, but I do. It does take a lot of time, especially now that I got the Nobalytics partnership and I take my written guides more seriously. Yep. Yeah, there's no way I'd be going up to like 880 DPS. That's why I said like 6 to 7, 800, you know, and just like hope we can get +6. And I have no idea like what is more important mathematically, right? Like is like hitting level 40 most important, or are you comfortable at like if you had like a 900 DPS two-hander, but you're at level 36 gem skill level? Is that okay, right? Like I don't know the math there yet, you know. It's possible you don't have to prioritize gem skill levels on both weapons, right? Maybe you can get like a lower DPS one on one of them with higher gem skill levels. Like I don't know that yet. Yeah, I have to set up the Nightbot stuff before my stream, JT, and I forgot to do it. I don't have like mods and stuff that help me with that. That was just, you know, and I don't want to do it right now in the middle of stream because I have to like go, like Nightbot's stupid where I have to log into it on YouTube, change the settings, and I have to log out on YouTube, log into it on Twitch, and yeah, doing that midstream is annoying. But yeah, it should be posting the build I'm playing, unfortunately. Thanks for those nice words, Big Daddy. Yeah, but like every skill's different, right? So like Wind Dancer could scale a level 40 Wind Dancer versus like level 36 Wind Dancer and stuff. Like you never know how that'll translate. I assume though it could be more, but you never know. Obviously the map DPS is good, so if I took a hit to the map DPS just to get a better single target, right? That's might be worth it for Pinnacles. No, I hate Trample Toe. I never do Trample Toe. I think it's boring from a design perspective. Plus, I did Trample Toe builds in 0.1 already, so... You can't go past 40, you're capped at 40. 40 actually is the hard cap. But Bill, this is my Wind Dancer Titan. Alright, do I have extra cold damage? That should be fine for the tower. Does have a boss. Oh, that's extra chaos damage. Never mind. We won't do extra chaos damage on a boss. Got a ground. Bleed on hit. That should be fine for a boss. Yeah, definitely getting to level 30 is the most important. When I first started clearing red maps, I was probably only like level 34. In like my initial testing phase, and then I got tried buying a few different sets, tested some stuff out, and this is where I'm at right now, but I am currently out of currency. I think I got like 200 exalts right now, but like I said, with 9 Citadels in sight, and with some of them being so far out of range that they might lead to more Citadels, like, I probably got like 30 to 50 Divines worth of like Citadels to clear. And then we're just going to spend all of that on this gear, so we're going to get like, probably going to spend like 30 Divines on the two-handers, and we're just going to get God tier two-handers, and then the rest is just going to be like maximizing life and armor.
more time. I'm not ready. I can't yet.
Yeah, I think the first thing I would buy is just two two-handers, plus 5 melee skills at minimum, plus maybe like 700 minimum DPS. I think.
Go.
Need more gold. Getting low on gold again. The gold struggle is real in this game. I hope they adjust gold in 0.3. We can just bag those for now. Well, I hope it's around for a while, Johan, but I have fears it will get nerfed. Okay. Let's get one of you. Do I have any Dells? 12, 13, 13. Okay, do I have any breaches? I think most of my breaches are in an... I don't know if I have anything higher than a 14. I'm pretty starved on these now. 12, 12, 14, 12, 12, 13, 13. Yep. Oh, they're already... Okay. Okay. Any new citadels in line of sight? Doesn't look like it, but we got 2 towers in range here. This tower might reveal a citadel, unlikely. This tower would just get us closer to this citadel, but it'll also help us get to the right, which there might be citadels more. I'm down to my last 3 grand projects though, which sucks. I'm down to 2 grand projects. So that means I'm gonna have to like farm citadels and then buy a bunch more grand projects if I want to scout easier. But I think I got enough citadels that I don't have to worry about that for now. Okay, let's just go ahead and do... We'll do this tower first. You know what? I won't. You know what? Maybe I will. You know what? I'll figure it out later. I think I'm just going to do some fun maps for now. Let's get some big explosion maps going. Like a bunch of savannas, a bunch of steeps. Let's just have some fun clears for now. Yeah, I did mine in Ultimatum. I just went on my Warbringer, my Thorns Warbringer. I went and killed Trial Master, and then it just put me right up to a maxed out Titan after I clicked on the thing. When you're there, you can remove all your Ascendancy passes at the Trial Master, and then you click the board on the wall behind him, and you can change your Ascendancy at it. That's how I did it. And yeah, I was worried I'd have to go and like re-clear the lower level ones or something, but nope, it just gave me max at what exactly I was. So all 4 Ascendancy points off of 1 Ultimatum clear. Works with obviously Trial Secumus too. And then of course you're supposed to swap to attrition for bossing, but Yeah, I would normally rather just re-level a new character than do the Ascendancy swap. And I almost leveled a new Titan for this, but I just leveled too many characters recently. And I really wanted to just start playing the build. I don't miss lab. Second and ultimatum aren't great, but I don't fucking miss lab, that's for sure. I don't know, like, trials are annoying, but I think I still prefer them to lab. Lab is just, like, it's so stupid and brain off. I don't know, I don't like lab. I think trials is just, like, horribly balanced, but I think they could, like, be saved, right? Where it's just, I don't know, I don't like lab. Maybe it just means we've done lab too many times, and it's just, like, the same, like, I don't know. Like, at least, so the way I look at it in PoE 1 is lab is just an annoying thing to get your Ascendancy, and it's not really a challenge, unless you're playing, like, hardcore, right? Versus in, like, this game, Sanctum and Ultimatum are both, like, build tests. They're different types of tests for your build, right? Like, oh, there was a freaking Delirium thing here I never did, rip. Well, we're gonna keep it that way. But versus, like, Ultimatum and Sanctum, like, each of them have things that your build can be tested with, like... So at least through the campaign, doing them once, I enjoy, because it's just like, okay, how does this build stack up versus Sanctum? Versus, like, I never care how a build stacks up versus Trials, right? But I agree, they're not perfect. Oh yeah, new acts are gonna be Noon Trials. I mean, we're missing stuff like Legion and stuff, right? Like, and also, like, remember how in Act 1 we get introduced to Ritual League? Like, maybe Act 4 is introducing, like, Breach, like... Because we never get, like, walked through how Breach works in the campaign, but you get walked through how Ritual works. I'm sure the campaign is gonna look way different by the time we're done. Can you run through Simulacrum? Probably not on stream tonight. I did a +2 Simulacrum last night, though, and I was able to clear it. But I don't want to, like... This build is not optimized, so I don't want to, like... People keep asking me to try Pinnacle content. Like, I already know how it's going to do versus Pinnacle content. It can do +2 Pinnacle contents. I don't see the reason to +4 until I fix the builds optimized-wise. Like, I'm not just gonna, like, keep, like, dancing like a monkey for y'all. Like, do Simulacrum, do Simulacrum. I can't. If I was to do it every time I was asked, I would only be doing Simulacrum. But no, that's the real answer is, I don't think the build, like, I don't want to be, like, yeah, I'm not at that point with the build. I'm just having fun playing it right now. Where's a steep at? I want to do a steep. Do I have a steep pinned? I didn't try pushing Simulacrum on the Ritualist. I tried pushing Simulacrum on the Warbringer, and the Warbringer got stuck on tier 1. I never really tried pushing Simulacrum on the Ritualist, though. I don't really like Simulacrum. I don't care about farming it, so I never really, like, try and bang my head against it trying to, like, solve the build for Simulacrum. There's a good steep. I'm worried about the extra cold damage, but fuck it. Yeah, Bira was awesome. I was sad that they nerfed it. I don't even play at Bira's anymore. I imagine this is getting nerfed. Like, when I make my video update for this build tomorrow, I'm going to be screaming that I think this is probably getting nerfed. And if it gets nerfed this week, don't be upset at me. But I imagine this is not gonna last. I didn't level this character through the campaign. I had a level 92 Warbringer and I changed it to a Titan. I have no idea if you can level with this build or not. Yep, KallTorak's builds are cool. Well, KallTorak's builds have been around since like the very first patch in of Dawn of the Hunt. There have been a lot of cool KallTorak's builds that have been able to kill +4 Jets. The problem is it hasn't had good AoE clear, and now that we've found all these weird like Herald of Blood techs with poison and like stuff like that, now KallTorak's can clear. So KallTorak is actually a pretty good build now once you start implementing these either Herald of Blood techs or these corrosion or plague techs and stuff. It actually can clear now, so. Because I was trying KallTorak's very early on my Tactician. Tactician's great for KallTorak's. But now you're starting to see ranged KallTorak's builds show up. It's pretty cool. I'm just running through the map. Nothing can stop me as I run through the map. Look at me run through the map. Nothing can stop me as I run through the map. Yeah, exactly. Like, no matter what happens in the patch, like, Titan's my favorite Ascendancy. No matter what gets nerfed in this next patch, Titan's gonna have a way, so. And keep in mind, like, no matter what nerfs come in the next patch, we're getting new uniques. We're getting new chase uniques and stuff. So. There might be new stuff we can use to break the game. So I'm not fully worried about it.
Face me.
I agree. That is a better approach. Let people like set expectations going into the patch that whatever their favorite build was, probably that. Nerf them before 0.3, so they like don't go into 0.3 thinking their build's gonna be good and then it's nerfed, right? Like, I agree that is if you can do that. Obviously, it's so hard to navigate that as GGG because there's thousands of builds and balance changes, right? But if they can be cognizant of that, yes, nerfing before 0.3 as much as you can is better. Which they have been doing lots of balance patches lately, so. Well, this is early access, Johan. They should be nerfing right now, like in a like a live game environment. Also, 0.2 is not a season. People keep calling it a league. GGG very specifically said Dawn of the Hunt wasn't a league. There's no league mechanic with it. It was just an economy reset with a balance patch. Then they called it Dawn of the Hunt, but it's not a league. Like, this isn't a season. It's just a big balance patch. Whatever, like, it's... So, I think people just had weird expectations with how this should work, but even if it was a league, right, or whatever you want to call it, a full patch, I still think you should be nerfing in early access. Especially when the game is this bad. Not bad, but in, like, this bad of a balanced state. Like, you should be, like... If anyone who's playing an early access game gets upset that a build gets nerfed, you need to, like, go away. You're clearly not ready for an early access game, right? So, 1.0, sure, yes, but there are just, like, critically broken stuff that needs to be nerfed or fixed, right? Let's try a bloomin' field. Sorry, JT. I was talking to someone in my YouTube chat. None of that was directed at you. And yeah, changing the meta is good. Like, it keeps us one. Meta shifts are fun. Like, how many new builds are we playing now that weren't viable in, like, the start of 0.2? Not because we learned new stuff, but because of, like, the balance patches and stuff. Like, obviously you don't want that volatile environment in a real version of the game, but right now, like, especially 2 months into the season, like, the only people playing it right now are, like, us, right? Like, the ones who are okay with the balance patches, that want the balance patches, are here to test the game. So, yeah. Are you guys hyped for, ooh, what was that? Yeah, baby! Give it to me! Are you guys hyped for 3.26? I am thinking about playing it. It is starting to get cool. Did you see that PoE 1 is getting pausing? And in the video today that they announced that pausing is coming as a quality of life feature, they said that more quality of life is getting announced in the coming days. So, sounds like PoE is getting a real dollop. I said it's not a league. Like, use whatever terminology you want. What we're referring to is leagues in PoE 1. When you're getting a full 3.26 patch, that is a league, right? That's what we're referring to. Don't pick apart my words in a stupid way. This was not that. Dawn of the Hunt added no league mechanic. It had no pinnacle content. It was just a rebalancing. And GGG specifically said the Wisp weren't a league mechanic, and this wasn't a league. Like, it's clear what I'm saying here. Don't pick apart the words too much. Well, that's one of the things that could be coming twice, is they said a bunch of quality of life is coming, right? In that pause video, it's the first of many quality of life features to be announced in the coming days. Maybe WASD is one of those things.
I'm not ready.
I don't think they'll ever do that. PoE 1 is a forever cash cow, you know? Card Quest isn't ready to be played. I played it for 6 hours today. We're not ready for y'all to play it. Yeah, so I'm like 50-50 on whether I'm playing 3.26 yet. I have to see what the big announcements are. Again, there's a bunch of quality of life coming. It's possible I play it for only a week. It's possible I don't play it. It's possible I play it for like until whatever 0.3 comes out, right? We don't know.
Ready to hunt. Ready? Let's do this.
I did not have fun in the POX event, but maybe, like, I don't know, the every day 3.26 gets a little bit more hyper. And at some point, I'm going to need to take a break from 0.2. But if the batches are, like, I don't know, like, every day I keep feeling like I'm running out of builds to play, and then I find, like, 5 more builds to play, so I could be playing this for a lot longer. I think they might try a league. I think at least one of the patches will be like a serious attempt at a league, but I would never go into any of the early access patches expecting as much content as a PoE 1 league. But I would imagine they at least try and emulate a real experience of a league at least once. But it'll never, like, PoE 1 leagues are just like, sometimes they're complete revamps of the game, right? Like, I don't think we'll ever get that kind of league in early access. But maybe. When the hardcore solo self-found builds start coming, when trading and solo self-found... Like, the way I play the game, solo self-found doesn't work in PoE 1. A lot of my builds are... Like, especially like with Thorns right now. You can't play Thorns without Crown of the Pale King. If you don't have Crown of the Pale King right now with how the game is designed, there's literally no point to try Thorns, right? Majority of my builds, not majority of them, at least how I design them, I'm very unique crutched. If I was a better player, maybe I could pull off a lot of these builds in solo self-found, but until there's deterministic crafting towards unique specifically, I have very little interest in solo self-found. Hardcore I could get behind with trade, but I don't like that. I don't like how hard it is to get a lot of the common uniques. Especially like the leveling ones, right? But maybe that's just because I'm a noob at crafting and I don't know how to navigate it well. But yeah, that's why I don't do solo self-found right now, is just... I'm a noob. But I never even liked solo self-found in PoE 1. I've always been a trade Andy. I've needed a spirit gem for hold so long. Holy crap. I get increased poison radius. I think I can use it, right? Because Wind Dancer is 191. Yeah, and right now this is only level 13, so 1.7 radius, 22% hinder chance. And this brings it up to a 1.8, right? Yeah. Oh, it didn't even do... Damn it. Oh, it's because I have this stupid helmet throwing off the code of the game. That makes sense. The game couldn't upgrade it because it was telling me I couldn't wear it. But I can wear it because of the helmet, so... That's fine. All I do is have to re-quality it. Okay, slightly bigger radius on my poison spread now. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about Sim, and Simulacrum 4 is just super hard. It's like the hardest defensive check in the game right now. I assume any Reflect build is going to struggle at Sim 4. The only Reflect build I've seen that's handled Sim 4 well is Lazy Exiles, bleed build, and like that build only is a Simulacrum 4 build. It can't do anything else well, so yeah. I really do not give a crap about Simulacrum at all. I don't even want to consider optimizing around it. It is just like so bad for at least my play style of builds. Reflect builds are just are rough. I didn't mean to go in there. In Sim. Yeah, I mean that's how Lazy Exile handles Simulacrum with Reflect builds is with Recoup, but you lose a lot of damage if you go Recoup, which is probably fine if for Simulacrum, but like then again you're building the build for Simulacrum, and I'm not gonna do that. Like, hard pass. What's a fun map? Let's do Hive. But yeah, I tried Recoup at one point, again on a budget, and it did not feel good compared to Leech, but... I cleared Sim 4 last patch on a minion build. But on a Recoup build, it's just... the damage is too high. Not a Recoup build, on a Reflect build. You just gotta be super tanky, and then you don't need that tankiness literally anywhere else, so. I get why people like running Simulacrum, but it's more of like a specialty in this game. Like, if you're a Simulacrum player, you have to play Simulacrum builds. And my builds don't seem to be very good for Simulacrum in the current state of the game. Maybe it's just because I'm always on a budget. Like, if I had 100 Divines in all of my builds, then maybe I could handle Simulacrum 4, but I've never spent more than, like, 25 Divine on a build, maybe. Is a build cheaper on Titan or Warbringer? I don't think there'd be a price difference. You'd wear the same gear. Thanks, Kevin. What's up, dude? Where's that breach at? Thanks, Kevin, for the tier 1 sub. I mean, I don't know how that makes it easier. Like, you're talking about dropping a support gem, you know? And that's an entire ascendancy point for a support gem. Versus the Titan, like, ascendancy points that, like, all, like, benefit your damage just so much more than whatever support gem you'd replace it with. The armor break from Warbringer would potentially open up a different style where you didn't need poison, but easier or better. I would not use those words. You could play this build on a Blood Mage. Like, you could play this on any class. Play it on whatever you want. If you want to play it on a Warbringer, play it on a Warbringer. Warbringer's got that shout thing, right? And we're using Infernal Cry a lot, so give that a try. Try it on Smooth the Katava too. I bet you could use this on a Chibula monk. No cap. Yeah, it's definitely way easier than 0.1. At least the base one is. I don't know about the final version. How many divs do I got? I got 3 divines right now, and then we got a buttload of citadels we can do. Okay. What's a fun map? Hey, what's up, high end fight T. Reading's hard. Let's do a slick. Maybe not a slick. Not a hidden grotto, that's for sure. I like Steaming Springs. We can do a Steaming Springs. Perfect Driller Orbs aren't worth shit anymore. They're like 60 exalts now. Woo!
Meek creature. They're swarming. Cow.
Hello, boss. Goodbye, boss. Easy peasy. This is a good patch. Next patch is going to be even better. Game is going to get better and better. Okay. Do I want to do a Citadel? We can try an Iron Citadel. If I brick one of these Citadels on stream. Oh well. Was hoping to upgrade the gear a little bit before trying one, but fuck it. It's funny is no one even asked. I just did this myself, so there's no one to blame but me.
You are destined to bring ruin to all.
One or two new classes release. Well, I thought it was going to be 2 originally because I thought for 1.0 to release this year they were going to aim for all classes, but someone told me GGG is quoted as saying that 1.0 won't have all classes potentially, or probably or something. So now I don't think they're going to be rushing out classes anymore. I don't think they have the need for it. I also heard that apparently in one of the interviews, they said that swords weren't even like close to ready. So it's like they really aren't in a like they are not close to like 1.0 to them is not what 1.0 is to the rest of us. Like it did not have the same meaning, I guess. I don't know for sure. But from what I was told recently, there's a possibility that 1.0 does not have every class. And if that's the case, I'm not saying there can't be 2 classes next patch, but I would say they're not rushing, and if they're not rushing, they'll always keep it at 1 per patch, just so they can stagger the hype of the releases, right? Like now there's like other Ascendancy like subclasses they could add, of course, but I would imagine it will only be Druid. Like let's just say, whatever the class is. Everyone's been guessing Druid forever right now, so I'm just gonna say Druid now. Whatever it is, let's say it's Templar or Shadow or whatever, right? I imagine it'll only be 1 core class, but ooh. That's just me talking out of my ass and going off rumors and stuff. But I would like to see, I would hope it's Druid, you know, a new Sorcerer Ascendancy maybe, a new Monk Ascendancy. Who knows, right? And honestly, I don't even really care too much about new classes. I want new content. So if the next patch had 0 new classes, 0 new ascendancies, but added a bunch of other stuff like new endgame or Acts 4, 5, and 6, like I'm happy with that scenario too, right? I don't think it is likely that any patch, any major patch will be adding a class. I imagine, but I'm just saying that if there was a world where they didn't release a class, I think I'd be okay with that, as long as it just had a lot of content. But I imagine Druid's next, just because how hyped people have been for it. Who knows if it's not, but I guess Druid's next.
You cannot stop us. We will
With maybe a new Sorcerer Ascendancy.
You are nothing but a tyrant. I can't yet.
Ooh, not mean to do that. Oh, so I gotta be careful of the long ass attack animations with this build. Is he gonna teleport away? Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. No! Almost.
Sought the unworthy. Through an endless night,
We almost won phase them.
they wither and tarry. Forsaken frosts. As
If you just run around the edge, he'll always come from the opposite end of you, and it just makes it like super easy to just brain dead avoid like even all the mobs. Nice. That was easy, Citadel. Yeah, I mean, we definitely want better crafting. Like, you're not going to hear me bitch about crafting, though, until 1.0. Like, we need all that stuff, but, like, GGG keeps saying it's coming, right? So even if the next patch doesn't have deterministic crafting, like, I can survive without crafting. I'm a trade Andy, so when I see currency, I never think to use it. Currency to me is trading. Currency means I get to trade those currencies for divines, which I can trade those divines for gear. I don't craft, so to me, like, it's a low priority. I do want those things, for sure, but I am not going to bitch until 1.0, personally, if that makes sense. If we go into 1.0 and the crafting is in an abysmal spot, then you're going to start, like, even before that, like, if we're at, like, you know, the patch before launch, and it's just like, oh, this looks really grim still, like, that's when you'll hear me complaining. But right now, I'm just like, it's not that I'm not upset about the state of crafting, it's just that, like, everyone has complained about it enough right now, and GGG keeps saying it's coming, and it'll be out before long, right? So, like, even if it's not out next patch, I'll be okay, but, you know, eventually I'll be upset. Will the Templar get pants? Why wouldn't it get pants? Is that like a meme or something?
I'm not ready.
Why is the Titan the choice for this build? Look how awesome I look, dude. Are you kidding me? What do you mean? Why would you play anything else? Why would you play anything else, bro? Yeah, I agree. Like, I mean, even as a non-crafter, right? Like, I have this gear, like, the enchanting table alone, just from PoE 1's perspective, like, the enchanting table is god tier, right? Like, or the crafting table, whatever you call it, right? The enchanting bench, crafting bench, I don't remember what it's called. That thing alone would, like, sockets don't do it enough, right? Like, you need that bench where you can re-chant gear to an extent. Like, we need that, right? Like, even as a non-crafter, that thing is pivotal to me, right? The crafting I don't do is, like, I don't divine my gear. I don't chaos my gear and stuff. But, like, the crafting bench or the enchanting bench, whatever that's called in PoE 1... It's not bad. I'll craft this later. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to you for now. We'll actually put you in here. How long do they usually go between patches? Well, in PoE 1, they had a pretty solid cadence down. It was like 4 major patches a year or whatever. Or 3. But, like, right now, everything's, like, in chaos because of the early access. But normally, it's like they have very big major patches consistently. We did a Citadel. I don't really want to do another one right now. Because, like, it's like, yeah, I can kill the Citadels, but, like, I want to, like, see if I can do plus 60 ones. PoE 1 Templar never had pants? Oh. I never played Templar in PoE 1. I was usually a Marauder or a Witch player. What's a map I want to do? I like Rust Bowl. Let's do a Rust Bowl. See how an Enfeeble goes. I mean, this late into the season, I can't be bothered to clean the stash. I need an auto vendor. Like, I wish I could just delete the whole stash and all of it gets purged without me having to go to the vendor, because I would at this point, but yeah. I'm really bad with stash management. Oh yeah, the volatile like I straight up avoid ritual right now until the patch. I have a bunch of ritual maps set up right now that are juiced that I'm waiting for the patch for because, yeah, I imagine ritual is going to be so much better in the patch. I am very excited for it because ritual is already a pretty decent currency farm, and then because of the omens, and then next patch is just going to be better. So yeah, I'm waiting for it. Oh yeah, I would love a search feature for the map. If I could just type in steep and it shows me every single steep on the map, I would be so happy. Hey, what's up, Cressley? Yeah, omens are good currency farm. Oh yeah, and if you look at my atlas, I've been like traveling with the Grand Project. So like, if I like naturally manually go back to my home base and I like load every single chunk on the way there, the game starts lagging. I've gone so far with Grand Projects. The map is impossible to navigate, and there's probably like hundreds of maps I want to do that I just like can't be bothered to go back and try and find. Hey, thanks for the Twitch Prime, Brain Dead Orc. I appreciate it, man. I need one of those glorious like 7 ritual procs. Not ritual, breach. Breach is super fun with the chain things when you get a lot of mobs up. I'm not sure, to be honest. I've read into it a couple times, but it's pretty rare. What's a fun map? Let's do a Blooming Field again. I like Blooming Field. It's a little annoying to navigate sometimes because of the branches, but it's got a lot of good density. Okay. This build is cracked. Sometimes it doesn't even feel worth it picking up Exalts now. Am I the only one that feels that way?
I'm not ready.
Like, I think we're at the point in inflation where, like, if I leave behind an Exalt, I'm not upset. Whoa. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Okay. Where's the boss at? Guess I'm down here someplace.
Come here.
Nope. Down here then? How are you breaking armor? I got corrosion from the poison from Wind Dancer. And scavenge plating's probably not good. I just happened to, it gives me a lot of armor right now. But that's the only reason I'm using it. I'm not using it for the thorns damage. It's probably can be replaced by many different things. It's just what I'm using right now because I'm a cheap poor bum. I don't have any spirit gems. Yeah, this isn't a Thorns build, unfortunately. This is a Wind Dancer build. This is definitely not a Thorns build at all. If you wanted to try adding on Wind Dancer for extra damage for the Thorns build, you could, but what I'm playing right now, Thorns has nothing to do with it. Yep, we dance now. We don't Thorns. We're the prettiest ballerina at the ball. Let's do a Slick. Slicks can get fun clips, right? Is that one of those big tunnels? Yeah. Yep, not that kind of dance. Not from me. Oh wow, I'm actually gonna level up soon. Nice. Yeah, this build farm's easy. Oh yeah, I know. Flanked and Wind Dancer, Magnified Effect and Venom, Corrosion, Armor Explosion, Splinter. How's it work? There's some weird tech going on between corrosion and armor explosion. As long as you have a poison, armor break, and armor breaker, and then Herald the Plague to chain spread the poisons, you get what you see on screen. It's still going. Well, I'll be damned.
Out of mana.
Hey, nice Troy boy. Big dub.
I can't yet.
Uh-oh. Well, I'll probably be doing a video guide tonight for sure, based on all the clips I've got. I won't have any gear updates, but I'll probably, not a video guide, but at least like a tech update, like, hey, look at this thing.
A rarity, and all mine.
Yeah, it's just like, because it's yeah. Just a proof of concept. I see other creators do that a lot. Like, I've seen Jungroan upload, like, 4 videos, like, day after day after day for his builds because they evolve so fast, so. And this is, like, a pretty massive change from the last video, right? So I think it's semi-justified. Can you add thorns on top of it? I'm sure you could. I think what you meant to ask was, can you put this on top of thorns? And I'm sure you could.
I'm not ready.
I have not tried, though. I think you could do this on just about anything. All you need to do is be able to poison,
I need more time.
use the support gems, and then Herald the Plague, which is why I think it's getting nerfed. Like, look how easy this is. The Wind Dancer before was already pretty good, right? So if this technique gets nerfed, right, I'm okay, but this tech specifically is very versatile. It is very juicy. It is lay juice.
Need mana.
Alright. Do the tower. I'm pretty high. I think I might actually push this build to clear +4 Arbiter. We'll see, though. Even without the, even if it gets nerfed, this, technique. I think the Wind Dancer portion of it's not getting nerfed. So... Chaos Shrine's fucking up my spreads. I had to turn it off. Alright. Reveal any new citadels. Doubt based off of positioning, but yeah. Nothing new. Alright, so we still have this one and these 3 over here to clear to. Did I clear to all the ones over here? I think I did. Yeah, I've got those cleared. We could send a copper citadel, why not? Let's try and get a good map for it. Let's send a copper citadel. Why not? %75% for 0 reses. I don't know about that. 90% 2 reses. Pack size, elemental weakness, reduce cooldown. Okay, that means less infernal cries, but that's a good for 2 chimps. Pass on that one. Pass on that one. That's only 55%. 2 revives for a 90% for only cooldown recovery. I think we can handle that on that copper citadel. Why not? Why not? This map usually has a lot of density to it, so hopefully it's a good clip.
They've come to you to die. You will have mercy.
Yeah, that's a really long Infernal Cry cooldown. That's going to significantly lower our boss DPS, but in terms of clear, it shouldn't impact it. Infernal Cry is really nice for bossing, though.
I need more time. I can't yet. I'm not ready.
Fireworks! Fireworks and Path of Exile. Pew 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 pew. Oh, my game. Oh, what's happening? My computer's having a stroke. So am I. Somehow in the middle of a boss fight suddenly. I might win. No. I didn't even realize I was in the boss room. I was just chasing like the Simulacrum breach craziness, and then suddenly I lagged into the boss room. Alright, you should phase now. Like that's funny. Give me that emerald. What are you doing? I don't have time for this. Sons, bend to my will. Impede my enemies. Do, do. Do, do. Do, do. Will you? I mean, the build's pretty good. I don't care what anyone says. Asala, get up. Aw. Only one. Nice 4-minute Citadel clear while just blitzing through it with Delirium and Breach both freaking active. Yeah, it's a slow auto swing. Like, if you were min-maxing this well, you would have, like, you know how you have the weapon set passives? You would, like, have a weapon set up for, like, you have all of this area of effect stuff here. And then your second weapon set would do, like, attack speed stuff, right? You would probably drop these ailment stuff that are reducing your attack speed because you don't need the elements for bossing, and then you would like scoop up like attack speed stuff. Like maybe all this attack speed stuff right here, because we are dual wielding. But yeah, if I were to like have a weapon set up, but that would require either on bossing, you move your weapons to your second offhand, which pass, or you have to have 4 weapons, which I don't have the money for. It's possible, like when I upgrade these weapons, I keep these weapons for my mapping weapons, and then I use the better weapons for bossing, but that's just like a level of cost that a lot of people don't have access to, and clearly I don't have access to right now. Well, 2 citadels down. Here's another iron we can do. Probably not going to do another citadel right now, though. Do we want to do a boss gauntlet? No, we'll do a boss gauntlet. Ooh, let's do this. All right. Extra cold damage sucks. We can handle that. This might be a juicy map. Oh right, I keep forgetting to swap to attritions for the pinnacle bosses, the citadels and stuff. I should be swapping to attrition, but I always forget to. Oh my lord. It's so bright! It's so bright! I can't see! Ah. Oh! Holy crap! That is nuts. Oh, this build's fun. That's a laggy meatball. It does take all your spirit, yes. You have no spirit. You can't use spirit gems with Into the Darkness or whatever it's called. I mean, that was just 3 rares that just got popped in a second. Yeah, you can use the support gems. Those are nice. It's not completely useless, but if you're wanting to play a build that depends on spirit gems, like this one relies on, like at least the way I'm playing, it relies on Herald of... It's still going. I mean, come on. Tell me that's not getting nerfed. I left up that guy there. Rip. Alright, so now this area is cleanse. I want to hit level 94, and then I'll do the feral monolith. That's a decay. I hate decay. I don't mind a slick. We can do this cleanse deserted. Let's find a map with some, make it a good, this is a good one. Oops. Yeah, a lot of the pack size ones I got sitting around are just dangerous ones that I haven't been running because they're danger. That'll work. Have any of my Thorns builds been able to kill tier 4 pinnacle bosses? I mean, it just depends on which one. King of the Mist tier 4 is super easy. I cleared King of the Mist tier 4 week 1 on Thorns. Oh wow, look at that fortress. Tier 4 Jet? No, not with Thorns. But I haven't like spent a lot of money trying like to optimize defensives. Like all of my builds are cheap builds, right? My problem with Jet is he hits too hard. And you have to take damage to deal damage on him. And like all of Jet's attacks hit fucking hard. Like he has no like basic attack that's like super chill, right? Like every one of his attacks is like a clobber knocker. And he attacks so slow. So Jet specifically with Thorns is really bad. I've cleared +3 I think with Jet on Thorns. Arbiter's easier than Jet. Just because of Jet's attack patterns. This build is probably solo self-found viable on a gemling, not on a Titan. Like, maybe it is, but not for, like, tier 4 content. Because on a Titan, you have to have this helmet. And good luck getting it on solo self-found. On a gemling, you probably don't need that helmet. Yeah, I don't mean you'll probably need it on the helmet. You don't need it on the helmet on gemling.
Fortune favors me.
Here's the boss, but I don't want to do the boss yet.
I can't yet.
Sure, you could do that too. That's a good idea, Fishy. I'll put that in the build guide. I'm sure the solo self-found community will appreciate that. That's not the right build. I didn't update my Nightbot before I went live. I'm a noob streamer. After this map, I'll link the correct guide. In solo self-found, I feel like it would be hard to get the tributes you needed. I have not played solo self-found, but if you want level 40 Wind Dancer, you're gonna need 200 dexterity. On top of the... Without this helmet, you need like 600 strength. How are you gonna get 200 dexterity, 600 strength solo self-found? Maybe I underestimate how hard stat stacking is in solo self-found, but you wouldn't get good weapons without this helmet. Because even if you path all the way over here, like... What is this percentage? 12%? 18%? This is 50%, you know? Yeah, but 20% strength isn't going to get you to 600 strength. Because how much? It's triple strength requirement. These have 318 strength requirement right now. That'd be 900 strength. I wouldn't be able to use the weapons I currently have, that's for sure. Now this is a chain explosion. But I don't play solo self-found, so I don't know how hard it is to get stat stacking. That was a fun map. I have no idea what's getting nerfed next patch. I would imagine anything one-shotting tier 4 content is probably... that's doing it on a budget is probably getting nerfed. Is that Blood Mage build doing it on a budget? Then if so, maybe.
Times of the essence.
50 divs is pretty expensive. For me, at least. I don't think I've played a single build this patch that shoots 50 divine. How come you have a third ring slot? It's just a visual bug. Hey, later, Fishy. Have a good one, bro.
Warriors far greater than you ever will be.
Oh, we got a multi-breach map. Yay. So bright sometimes. Alright, so now what we're doing is, now this whole side over here of spawns is going to be super thick, right? So when we get over here, there's going to be a lot of what mobs waiting for us. Watch. Oh yeah. I love watching it go just around corners. Ooh. It somehow got down here. Yeah, this is getting nerfed. You're having fun with it. If you're planning on completely investing a bunch of currency to only play with this crazy-ass thing you're seeing, you might play pranking yourself. Might be pranking yourself. But I definitely got enough clips for my video now. Well, that's good. Expect a video showcasing this technique in the morning. Crazy. Almost level 94. Alright, the boss is up here. I think this is just the pit guy. It's not even going to have the monster with him. It's definitely getting nerfed, Brandon. I don't know if it's getting nerfed this week or with 0.3 or whatever, but it is 1,000. Like, they've nerfed mechanics that have acted this way already, so we know they're not a fan of the self-proliferating, multi-screen clearing bullshit. But luckily, the Wind Dancer build worked before I found this technique, so if they nerf it, I'm not going to be upset. But if you're specifically playing it for the chain procs, yeah, you're going to be upset probably at some point.
Time is of the essence.
Okay. Let's just send the Pharaoh Monolith, fuck it. Whatever. We just want to send a bunch of bosses in a row. They're fun. Ow. Alright. Clear all the monoliths. Boom! Oh yeah, for sure. The full screen whirlwind's probably getting nerfed too. Maybe. We'll see. This is actually a broken technique. I wouldn't call that a broken technique, that's just OP. But it's OP in like a fun way. This is just broken. Alright. Where is the summon stone? Okay, so I can turn off Herald of Plague now and put on attrition. Even though these bosses are probably going to die too fast for attrition to get value. Yeah, this is level 40 Wind Dancer. Level 40 Wind Dancer is not as expensive as you would think. It's really easy. Well, it was when I bought it. The build and other builds like it have gotten popular the last couple days, so the helmet is now more expensive, but getting level 40 Wind Dancer is not expensive. This build cost me less than 10 Divine. And if you think 10 Divine is expensive 2 months into the league, you probably can't afford much. Is this possible to do this on League Start? I mean, this is probably going to be nerfed for League Start, so I wouldn't even, like, get it out of your mind if that's what you're wanting to do. I imagine this is going to be nerfed by 0.3. Yeah, it's very cheap. I'm poor. I never do expensive builds. Less than 10 Divines to do this. And if you had more currency, you could clear, like, even better. It's funny to see these two are the two that happen to spawn. And we leveled up, yay! Okay, I don't even remember where I was putting passives. I'm not aftershocking. Attack speed. I mean, I could just put that there, but I don't think that's smart. We'll just slap it in there until I figure out what to do. I'm doing mainly attack physical damage right now, so. Cool. Oh, right, I gotta leave this area. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, that's the only name I recognize. I'm gonna host Ghosted. I need to end the stream here. I'm gonna go make food, and then I gotta edit this video and stuff, but I might be live tomorrow playing more of this build. I think tomorrow I'm going to try and push some Pinnacle content, so. But thanks for hanging out, everybody. Oh, hey, Jilted. Thanks for the Twitch Prime, bro. Bad timing. I'm really ending the stream now, but I appreciate the support, man. But I'm going to host Ghosted, if I can figure out how to host. I was told I should. Oh, there. It's Raid Channel. Where's Ghosted? Alright, I'm hosting Ghosted. Just doing a spin to win Amazon. You guys have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow.